You're lying in bed. It's quiet. You're almost asleep. And then, boom. You're back in 7th grade, mispronouncing hyperbole in front of the whole class. Or that time you waved back at someone who wasn't waving at you. Or the thing you said at that party 3 years ago that you swore you were over. Why does this keep happening? Why does your brain wait until you're finally relaxed to ambush you with your most embarrassing moments? The answer is genuinely fascinating and a little terrifying. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about what kind of memories these actually are. Embarrassing memories are a subtype of what psychologists call episodic memories. Personal experiences tied to a specific time and place. They have an extra ingredient, self-conscious emotion. Self-conscious emotions, things like shame, guilt, embarrassment, and pride, all involve your sense of self. They require you to imagine how others see you, and they're processed differently than regular emotional memories. When something embarrassing happens, your brain tags it with a kind of emotional highlighter. The amygdala, your brain's threat detection center, fires up. It says, "This was a social threat. We need to remember this so it doesn't happen again." Because here's the thing. For most of human evolutionary history, being rejected or humiliated by your social group wasn't just uncomfortable. It was dangerous. Exile from the tribe could mean death. Your brain doesn't know you just tripped at a Starbucks. It treats social failure like a near miss with a predator. So it files it. Carefully. Okay, but why does your brain choose bedtime to replay these moments? There are a few reasons, and they stack on top of each other like an embarrassment sandwich. Reason number 1, your mental defenses are down. During the day, your brain is busy. You're working, scrolling, talking, problem solving. That constant stream of stimulation acts as a buffer. It keeps intrusive thoughts from surfacing. But the moment you stop, the buffer disappears. Suddenly, your brain has processing power to spare, and it uses it to review what it considers unfinished business. Reason number 2, you're in a low stimulation, high self-awareness state. Darkness and stillness naturally shift your attention inward. Without external distractions, your default mode network kicks in, the brain network responsible for self-reflection, rumination, and, replaying past events. Your inner monologue gets loud right when your outer world goes quiet. Reason number 3, memory consolidation is happening. While you sleep, your brain is actively organizing and consolidating memories. In the hours before sleep, it starts warming up for that process, which means it begins reviewing the day's events and flagging emotional content for long-term storage. Emotionally charged memories, especially negative ones, get priority. So your brain's not torturing you for fun, it's doing its job. That job just happens to be deeply annoying. There's a psychological phenomenon called the Zeigarnik Effect, named after Soviet psychologist Zeigarnik. Well, that explains a lot here. In the 1920s, Zeigarnik noticed that waiters had a remarkable ability to remember orders that hadn't been completed yet. But the moment a table was paid and done, the order vanished from memory almost instantly. Our brains hold on to unfinished tasks much more persistently than completed ones. It's like an open loop in your mental background processes, quietly running, consuming memory, waiting to be closed. Embarrassing memories often feel unfinished. You never got to explain yourself. You never got the apology. You never rewound time and said the actually perfect thing. The loop stays open, and your brain keeps returning to it, trying to resolve something that can't be resolved. That's why replaying it mentally feels almost compulsive. You're not just remembering, you're trying to fix something that's already in the past. Here's something that might make you feel a little better. Psychologists Thomas Gilovich and Kenneth Savitsky identified something called the spotlight effect, the tendency to overestimate how much other people notice and remember what you do. In one study, participants wore an embarrassing t-shirt into a room full of people, then estimated how many noticed. They consistently overestimated by nearly double. The reality? Most people were thinking about themselves, not your awkward moment. The memory looping in your head is almost certainly not looping in anyone else's. The spotlight you feel burning down on you is mostly in your imagination. Everyone else is standing in their own spotlight, worried about their own cringe reel. So what do you do with this information? 1. Name it. When the replay starts, try saying, out loud or in your head, "There's my brain doing the thing." Labeling the process creates psychological distance from it. You're the observer, not the film. 2. Close the loop on purpose. Since the Zeigarnik Effect is about unfinished business, try finishing it, on your terms. Write about it. Talk about it with a friend. Let yourself imagine the ideal version of what you would have said. Your brain needs a resolution, even a fictional one, to release the loop. 3. Treat it like your brain doing its job. Reframe the replay as evidence that your brain cares about your social relationships and your growth, because it does. It's uncomfortable, but it's not a sign something is wrong with you. It means you're a social animal who takes connection seriously. 4. Interrupt the loop with something boring. If it's keeping you awake, redirect with something mentally engaging but not stimulating. A podcast, a dull audiobook, slow, controlled breathing. Give your brain something else to chew on. 5. Practice self-compassion deliberately. Research by psychologist Kristin Neff shows that self-compassion, treating yourself the way you'd treat a struggling friend, actually reduces the emotional charge of negative memories over time. It doesn't erase them, but it lowers their power. Your brain replays embarrassing moments at night because it loves you in its weird, relentless, threat-detecting way. It's trying to protect you. It's trying to learn. It's trying to close loops that feel painfully open, but you are not the cringe. You are not the stumble, the wrong word, the awkward silence. You are the person lying in the dark watching the replay, which means you're separate from it. And that's actually kind of remarkable. If you found this useful, subscribe. There's a lot more where this came from, and drop your most relatable cringe memory in the comments. Trust me, it'll help.